Jorge Gonzalez, Top Bin 90. We're back. A second interview with Karol Swiderski. Karol, how are you today? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Yeah, I'm good.
Good. That's good. You know, the weather in Charlotte is a little humid right now, but it's all good, right? Nothing like Poland?
No, in Poland the weather is much better to play football, but here it's nice for holidays, you know, for pool. So sometimes it's difficult to training, but now the weather is, I think, is better than last month. So.
Okay, nice. So when we did this interview, I asked you, hey, you were still at Hellas Verona, right? And said, hey, if you come back, right, let's do like a little part 2. So thank you for this opportunity again to interview you. So with this interview, I want to take it a little bit more in depth and talk about like your beginnings as a player, talk about your time, in Greece and Poland with the Polish national team and also here in Charlotte. So I kind of want to start a bit from the beginning, right? Like when you first started playing, what was that like? I know you were at I'm going to butcher these Polish names. Rawia Rawnik, I think, and
Rawicz. Yeah.
Rawicz, my bad. And then SMS Lodz.
Łódź.
Okay. Right. So talk to me about those beginnings. I read in an interview that like from early on you were very disciplined, right? You listened to your coach, your teachers. So was that always you from the beginning?
So when I started, I played in my small city in Poland, in Rawicz. So I started to play there. In the beginning was so difficult for me to go to training because I didn't want to go. I just want to play with my friends in the playground. So my grandfather he take me for the first training, and I remember every action, every foul. I was just on the grass and I was crying. But after 1-2 weeks was better, and then I go every day for training, and yeah, that's the way how I started.
Okay, nice. Were you starting? I know you played midfield, you've played winger, you played striker. What did you start out as?
I think I was playing always like a striker when I start, but
okay.
Sometimes also I was goalkeeper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So goalkeeper Swiderski. That's interesting. Do you ever talk to Kalina about that?
I think never, but maybe sometimes I say him like I was also goalkeeper when I was young, but I think he didn't believe this.
Nice. And then I think in Lodz, am I saying that right?
Łódź, yeah.
Lodz. There's also a Swiderski Cup, right?
Yeah, it's the tournament. With my name. My coach who bring me there to Łódź. So when I was 13 years old, I left my city, my family. So I was living alone in Łódź. So I was always close with this coach. So then when I moved to PAOK, then I come here. We have all the time contact. So he asked me if I want to do the tournament for the kids. He will organize everything, so everything in this tournament is because of him, and then I just help him to speak with these kids before the tournament, to start the tournament, and then also when they finish tournament, we make the video call. So
okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so yeah, it's I think it's a great idea.
Nice. Have you seen anyone do your kind of celebration now with the?
I don't know, maybe the kids are doing this, but still it's difficult to watch this in TV.
Yeah, very true. And then talk to me about your move again. I'm gonna butcher this. Jagiellonia.
Yeah.
Okay, that was your first experience in the top flight, right, in Poland, right?
Yeah.
How did that move happen? And
when I was in Łódź, my coach from Jagiellonia, he was like without the club in this time, so every 1 or 2 weeks sometimes he come to do the training with the kids in my school, and when we have this training, he say me after like he really liked my talent in this time, so maybe like 2-3 weeks before he signed with Jagiellonia, and then he buy me there. So
Okay.
so yeah, now he's the coach in national team
Yeah.
also. So
Small world, right? How
yeah,
everything happens.
yeah, and then yeah, I moved to Jagiellonia. You know, in the beginning was difficult for me because this was like my first professional contract with the professional team in the highest division in Poland. So it was not easy. But yeah, in the first season, I think in the end of the season, I started to play. I played 6 or 7 games. I scored 1 goal, and then in the next season I play almost 30 games. So first season was difficult, but then every season was better.
Okay. How was your mindset going into going professional? Were you always were you internally okay, I'm good? Were you a little nervous? What was Swiderski like at 17,
You know,
18?
now I think even in the Poland or in every league in the Europe, a lot of young players come to play. But in this time, was not so much young players in the first teams.
Okay.
So in the beginning I was a little bit shy, scared. But yeah, then after half season, you start to feel
Comfortable.
Comfortable. Yeah.
Nice, awesome. And then talk to me a little bit about your move from there to PAOK, right? I have friends that are PAOK fans, and they say their, fan base is really crazy,
Yeah.
Very into the team. They're very, very, very motivated, right? And
Yeah.
so, that's your first experience outside of Poland. What was that like?
Yes, completely different. But in Poland we have also good fans, especially when you have good result. They come to watch the games. And when I was in Jagiellonia, we had 2-3 really good season, like almost best in the history, because last season was the best. They win the championship. So
Okay.
but yeah, when I moved to PAOK, I was surprised, because even the first day when I didn't sign, just the fans know I arrived to the city, and when I walk out to drink coffee or just to walk, they stop me, they ask me about pictures, they start to speak with me. So yeah, there is completely different life for football. They are crazy about this. So
Yeah.
the fans there are amazing.
Nice. And then I think when you got there, they were competing for the title, right? And they won it that year?
Yeah, in the first season when I arrived there, yes, we win the cup, and also
And
we
the
win
league.
the
Yeah.
league.
What was that feeling like? I guess those were your
I think
first big trophies.
yeah, it was first title after 36
Yeah,
years, I think, to win the league. So after last game when we played home, it was a big celebration in the city. So I don't know how much people come, but
It was crazy.
I think it was even more than 100,000 people in the
Wow.
in the city center. Like when we drive from the stadium to the city center, it was crazy.
Yeah, because when you think of the Greek league, obviously you think of Olympiacos, you think of Panathinaikos, and PAOK, big team still, but not to the level of Olympiacos in terms of like known internationally, right?
Yeah, I think because of the history, like Panathinaikos was really top team.
Yeah.
I don't know, 20 years ago they played in Champions League. Yeah, Olympiacos as well. So yeah, maybe in the world, like, they don't know how big is this club,
Yeah.
but
I think you dropped it.
I just lose something. So yeah, I think the Greek league is a really strong league, and like you say, Olympiacos, Panathinaikos, PAOK, AEK, also Aris Saloniki, they are also strong.
Yep.
So it's nice league to improve and to go to the better clubs.
Nice. What's your fondest memory of that time at PAOK? Because
I
of
think
winning those titles.
Yeah, winning the titles, and also before important games, the fans come to the hotel, to support us. So they are really crazy, So it was a lot of amazing moments with PAOK.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere, and correct me if I'm wrong, where you would go to a coffee shop and maybe they would say, "Hey, it's on us, but make sure you win." this weekend, something like that, right?
Yeah, they always. I don't remember even one day when I just walk and nobody stopped me. It's
Okay.
no chance there.
Nice, awesome. And then during that time, also, you get your first call up for the Poland like national,
Yeah.
like the big team, right?
Yeah.
Because you've played a little U18, U19, I believe.
Yeah.
Right, but you know, in your debut, you score, right? So talk to me about that. But that's also during COVID time, so there was not really there was not fans
No,
there.
no. When I think when I played first game in national team,
Uh-huh.
there was fans in the stadium.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember this game. It was in March. Yeah, my first official game. Lewandowski get injured, and then with this game we start with 3 strikers. So
Okay.
I think only me was on the bench. So when he get injured, I come in and I score in last 2 minutes. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, what was that feeling like scoring for your country for the first time?
Yeah, crazy feeling, crazy. Yeah, you know, when you start to play, you always dream to play for your
Right.
country, you know. So this moment was amazing, but I remember also after 3 days we play against England in Wembley, and it was my first time when I go for national team. So in the first game we play against Hungary.
Uh-huh.
I think I was out of the squad.
Okay.
Next game we play against Andorra, so I was in the squad. I score, and next game was in Wembley, and Lewandowski was injured, and I start this game. I was surprised because the coach didn't say the first 11 before the game.
Okay.
So last meeting 2 hours before the game, and when I enter and I see my name, I play. I was like, oh.
What's the stadium like, Wembley like? Is it very
so
intimidating? Is
big,
it very
yeah.
big? Is it like,
so
wow?
so big? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough game. I remember. I just played 45 minutes. It's my worst game in my career, I think.
Nice. And then I think Kamil Yazviak, who's a former Charlotte
Yeah.
FC player, was with you at that time as well.
Yeah,
right?
Kamil was faster in national team. I think he started 1 year or 2 years earlier than me in national
Yeah.
team. Yeah.
And then you also got called up to the Euros, right?
Yeah.
Correct? And so, I mean, like, that was Euro 2020, but played in 2021 because
Yeah.
of COVID, right? So you kind of were able to make that squad, which was great. What was that like? Like, you know, representing your country in such a big tournament? Even though you guys
know,
didn't do
the
that well.
coach take more players in this tournament because it was COVID. So I think they can take 26 players, but
Mhm.
23 can be on the squad. But for this camp before Euro, he take even more players. So I was still, you know, second time in national team. So I was fighting to go for Euro. I remember I played one game. We played against Russia, I think. We draw, and also new striker who come first time for national team. He scored, so I was like, maybe I will not go for Euro.
Yeah.
But then in next game I score as well. So they take me for Euro, and I started in 2 games. So I was surprised, but yeah, after this tournament I was now I'm feeling much better in national team, you know, because when you play 5-7 games in national team, then you start feel like in the club.
Nice, awesome. And then obviously I also want to talk about the World Cup. You know, obviously you played with Poland as well. You started in that game against Argentina,
Yeah.
right? You know, you guys were able to get out of the group as well, so that was really big because, I mean, Mexico is known for always making out of the group, and that specific group they didn't, right? And you guys played Saudi Arabia right after Argentina lost to them. So talk to me about that.
Yeah, for me it was not best tournament because, you know, we finished the league 1 month early.
Yeah.
So I training for 2-3 weeks with the Polish team before this tournament. So I was like, I was feeling good in the trainings, and I was thinking maybe I can play in the first 11. But coach said to me like, 1 month you didn't play the game. So, but yeah, finally in the last game in the group stage, I play against Argentina. Yeah. It's also, you know, when you, like I said before, when you are young, you want to play in Euro, you want to play Champions League, you want to play World Cup. So it was an amazing moment because you play against the best team in this
Yeah.
tournament. So and also Messi won first time the World Cup,
yeah.
so I can always say to my son, look,
Yeah.
I play in this tournament against Messi.
Yeah, I think there was a picture I saw of you both going for a header or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, very few players, you know, get an opportunity to represent their national
Yeah.
team, and even less to play in tournaments
Especially,
that
yeah.
you've played in, which I think is pretty cool. You know, so awesome. Now I want to talk a little bit about your move from PAOK to Charlotte, right? I mean, when you first get a call about coming to a team that's never played, that's never existed, right?
Mhm.
What were your initial thoughts, MLS?
I was thinking in the beginning, but you know, my agent sent me about the all information about the club, how they want to build the club, everything around. So in this time was also COVID in Europe, so the stadiums was closed. You know, when we
Yeah.
play without the fans, and also we don't have so good result in PAOK in this time. So I was thinking about maybe it's good time to try something new, you know, to change. And then yes, also Jan Sobociński was here already,
Yeah.
so I called him, asked him about Charlotte. So I say, if I can have also Polish guy in the locker room, so maybe it's good idea to try something new. And also when I speak with him, he say me everything about the club. Yeah, now after 2 years here, 2.5, I can say like I think was good decision, because we have a very nice facility. We have everything around, good organization. That team play also better now.
Right.
So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, you also think to talk to Frankowski and Bukska, right?
Yeah, Frankowski, Buksa, yeah, the
What were some of the things that could you mention that they said about the league that you were like, okay, this is true, you know?
They say me it's a really nice league. It's good league to also to improve, and even when you come here when you are young, you can still come back to the best teams in Europe. So I come here like Frankowski. He was playing 2-3 years in Chicago, and then he moved to France, and then in the first season I think he scored 5 goals, 6 assists, and in MLS he scored maybe in the best season 4 goals. So I think this league is not easy to
sure.
play. Yeah.
For sure, and I think more players, and as the league continues to develop,
Yeah, exactly.
you see that, right? You're able to pull quality players, because I think when they signed you, that was like the first real quality player. Like, okay, Poland International coming here, right? And then I know everybody talks about, you know, the first goal scored in Atlanta, but very few people talk about the very first goal scored by a Charlotte FC player at the bank, and that was you. And you scored twice that match, right? So talk to me about Charlotte FC's first ever win, right, at the bank. You scored twice. You know, what do you remember about that game?
This was game against
I think it was Revolution.
New England. Yeah. I think.
Yeah, I think Franco gave you a ball. You made a turn, put it bottom left corner.
Yeah,
right?
I remember.
So that was
yeah,
your first
no,
goal,
yeah,
and then the second one was first touch, top left. I was like, yo, we got ourselves a DP in Charlotte.
Yeah, I remember this game. Yeah, and you know, it's always nice when you score in your stadium. You know,
Yeah.
in front of our fans. So was for sure was nice feeling, amazing feeling. You can see me when I score. I'm always so happy. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
there's
I
always
go
passion
crazy,
behind
yeah,
your
I
celebrations.
go crazy to our fans. Yeah, I love to score in our stadium, because always I think we have nice atmosphere. It's not only the first win or first game in the season when the whole stadium come, but always it's like around 35,000. So it's really nice to play in front of our fans.
Nice, yeah. And then that next game, I believe it was Cincinnati. You also had a brace, and that free kick that you took, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that was amazing, you know. So those very first two back-to-back games after the LA match, I remember those very specifically because you scored twice, and like I was like, okay, like he could score off of a first touch, he could score from a free kick, you know. So we kind of got to see some of that Swiderski like from the beginning, you know.
Yeah, because in the first couple of games, I think I didn't play so well, but you know, also the team was new, so it's normal. The team need time to start to
it's a whole
play
new roster.
better.
Nobody's played together before.
Yeah, so in the beginning it was not easy, but I think even this first season we have some our style. You know, we keep the ball good. I think okay. Maybe when we lose the ball, sometimes we have a lot of problems because we suffer a lot of goals in the first two seasons, but still, I think our system, like how we want to play, was there. So yeah, beginning was not easy, but like I say, I think was really.
Yeah, I mean, we ended it close to making playoffs that first year, right? What do you remember most about that first season? Is it that home match of 70,000 people? Is it your first goals?
For sure, the first game was amazing. Unfortunately, I was in Poland for 10 days to do the visa. So when I come back, you know, when you're training alone, it's not the same like you're training with the team. And also the different time when I come back, I just have 2-3 trainings before the first game against LA Galaxy. So it was not my best game, but the atmosphere was amazing.
Yeah. Nice. So you'd probably stick with that as your best game?
Yeah.
As your favorite, like most memorable that first season? Right. Awesome. Now, talk to me a little bit about, I know we've spoken about this before, but like your time at Verona, obviously, you know, you were there for 6 months. When we talked first, you were there, right? And so what do you think are some of the things that you learned going to a team like Verona, now looking back?
You know, it's completely different style than here in Italy. So there is more pressure because when I arrived there, we are down in the table, I think, and also with 10 new players. So for coach, for everyone in the club, I think everything was new.
Yeah.
And every point was so important. So with some games we just try to defend, you know, to score from set pieces. Doesn't matter how you score, you know, and it's just the points are important. And here I think you can use your style to try to play how you want, because some teams, even if they lose all the time, they don't care because
they're not going
down.
Yeah,
they will not go to the second division.
Yeah, so yeah, you're right. Like there's a extra level of pressure that comes, like playing
for sure,
in a relegation.
Especially in the team when you are down, you know, you just try to do your best to win 1 or 3 points, you know, in every game.
Nice, awesome. And then, you know, like a lot of people talked about, will he come back? Will he not come back? I always had the hope, you know, because I was like double-digit striker both 2 seasons. You know, we could use a guy like you, and we're already seeing it, right? So tell me a little bit about what you've seen. You know, how much have you seen this team grow from when you first started to where Charlotte FC is now, right? Because I mean, you started when there was really nothing, right? And now we're in year 3.
Yeah, I think in this 2.5 season, he changed a lot, you know. The beginning when we start to training in the stadium, then we find the field to drive here to training. Now we have amazing facilities, so in 2 years this club improved a lot, and also you can see our squad now. So we have also more experienced player. We have Westy, we have Nate, Jere. Yeah, we have even Brand is experienced in the league. So now Junior come, who is also experienced player. So Pep, he played also in good clubs in Europe. So
yeah, played in Greece too, like you did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You guys ever talk about that, like him at Olympiacos?
No, I don't want to speak about Olympiacos. Yeah. But yeah, it's. I think the club improved every every day. You know, they just try to do best work, and you can see this. And I hope this year will be amazing for our fans. We will arrive to the playoffs and then try to win MLS Cup.
Nice. I mean, that also too, I wanted to ask you, you know, the first 2 seasons, you're kind of fighting to get into a playoff match. This year, you're more trying to stabilize a position going in, right? Remember, like, the last 8 games, the first 2 seasons, like, oh, could they make a push maybe and try to get 9th? This year, it's more like, okay, can they solidify anywhere from 4 to 6? Is there a difference there, like the mentality going into those last few games?
Well, for sure, mentality changed a lot here, especially with our coach now. And I think, yes, we want to arrive to the top 4 to play more games at home with our fans, because I'm sure if we play 2 games, or you know, if you even lose away, I'm sure we can win against everyone in our stadium. So
nice, perfect.
This is the target now.
Yeah, we love to hear that. You know, we've never seen a home playoff game in Charlotte, so that would be something like that you guys can check off the list this season, which I think would be really cool. One of our subscribers, John, wants to know a little bit about, you know, obviously last year with Lattanzio, you were playing at the 10. Sometimes you were playing on the wing. You know, Dean mentioned he sees you as kind of just a 9, right? So what are maybe some differences that you're noticing with this team under Dean Smith?
Yeah, I think last season, in the beginning when I started to play like a 10, also was not easy for me, because always you need time when you are a striker to go a little bit down. But I think it was not so bad for the team when I was on the number 10, and also I score a lot of goals, make a lot of assists.
For sure.
Yeah,
even when you played,
when I play in the like a winger, I didn't feel so good there, you know. But still, if team need me to play on the right or left winger, I will try to do my best. I know it's not my best position where I can play, but still, you know, I will accept this. And now, coach say I can play only like a striker, so yeah, it's my normal position, so it's nice to play in my spot, you know.
Nice, yeah. I mean, even when you played right wing, I think you gave an assist to Enzo against St. Louis, right? So even
and also I give assist for St. Louis for penalty. 2 assists in this game. Yeah, I remember.
That's funny. Yeah. So I guess talk to me also about that relationship with a young striker like Patrick Agyemang, who, you know, came out of college, is making a name for himself here in Charlotte as well, you know. And so just what is that relationship like, you and him? I mean, both of you are competing for the starting role, but I think there's a world where, you know, there's experienced Karol, there's up and coming Pat as well. What's that relationship like?
I think it's good, you know. I like Patrick like a person and also like a striker, you know. He's totally different player than me, I think, because he just like to attack the space, you know. He's dangerous when he attack the space. I think I can do this also, but I think he's better than me to attack the space, you know, to fight with the defenders. Yeah. I think I'm better when I come to, I don't know, to just to bounce the ball or to switch the sides or to give the last pass. So it's good to compete with Patrick, because when I see his movement, I want also to improve my movements, you know, and then to try to be like him or even better.
Nice, yeah. So it's like both of you are strikers, but have a different skill set or different things that you bring up top, which is great for a coach. He's like, okay, Swiderski will give me a lot of this, Patrick will give me a lot of this. If I start him, I could switch him for this, or if I start him, I can switch him
exactly.
for this. Nice, awesome. Talk to me a little bit about, I know you mentioned a little bit about the Charlotte fan base. You know, were you expecting coming to a city like Charlotte to see how much this city embraced soccer? Because I've lived here my whole life, and I thought it was going to be good, but even I was surprised, you know, because you grow up here, you support other teams. Like I would watch La Liga, support Barcelona, England, support Liverpool, but these teams are never here, so you really can't like get into that like, you know, atmosphere. So were you surprised by that as well?
To be honest, yes. You know, in the first game, okay, you can think like everyone from the city will come to watch the game because it's the first game for the club, for the city. So it's normal that people come to watch this game. But then next game also come more than 30,000. Even when we have like 4 or 5 games when we don't even take the point, so and still they are coming. So they are amazing, you know, and they do a good job during the games. You know, I love also before the game when the music they put music, Pepas, yeah, my son. And now when I drive with him in the car, all the time this song, every time. Like
he's like, Dad, play
Pepas. we drive from the center to our apartment, and 30 minutes all the time this song. Like, put again, please put again. All the time.
Nice. I get he gets very excited when he sees the fans jumping up and down, right? You know, and even when you guys were in Verona, you mentioned that he would ask you a lot about Charlotte, right?
All the time. Yes, he's you know, he born in Greece, so there is also hot, and here is also hot. In Italy was also hot. So, but I think the weather here is, you know, it's 3-4 months all the time. He can run just in the shorts. So he didn't like to put the, how to say, like, you know, jeans or something, you know. And he always asks, when we go to Charlotte, when we go. He just want to run in shorts and play. And also he liked the playgrounds here because he have a soccer field, basketball field.
He can do a little bit of everything.
Tennis, he likes to play tennis. So,
is there one that he's leaning more to? Does he like more soccer? Or he just likes everything?
I think now he likes more soccer, but last year he liked to play tennis, golf, basketball. He didn't play soccer, you know, so much last year, but now every day he asks me when we go to play. So
nice, awesome. Just a couple more questions and we'll finish. But I guess one thing that I want to know is like maybe like during your time here in Charlotte, what's one thing that you really want to accomplish? I mean, you're already in history books for us as first DP, first player to ever score at the bank in an MLS match, right? What else would Swiderski like to be remembered here at Charlotte for?
Well, for sure to win something, you know, and I think this year we have really good team, strong team, and if we will play like we can play, like we play in the trainings, I hope we can arrive easy to the playoffs. I hope we can be in top 4, and then everything.
Everything is a blank slate from going on there. And I think from a perspective of like, Charlotte can beat any team at the bank. Like I have the feeling like doesn't matter who comes here, we could beat them.
Even, you know, against Columbus, Cincinnati, they are best team in our league, and we beat them already in this season. We draw, so I like to say I think we can especially in our stadium we can beat everyone.
Nice. And then just last one, what's been, I guess, your favorite memory from just your time here at Charlotte?
Best memory? But you mean like with the club?
With the club.
For me, I think maybe the game against Chicago away.
Okay, last minute.
When we won 3-2.
Yeah.
It was 2-0 in the halftime. I didn't start so good this game. I remember when I lose the ball, they go with counter-attack, they score. Then I have empty goal, I miss. But second half was fantastic for us, and we played really good.
That goal you scored against Chicago last minute too was a phenomenal goal.
Yeah.
What did you guys say anything after the match? I mean, you came back 3-2. You know, like obviously everybody was excited, but like, do you remember that post 3-2 win?
Yeah, I think this was like one of the best goals. Maybe it was not so beautiful, but was
very
good
memorable.
Turn in the was good turn in the box.
Nice. Well, Carol, thanks so much for taking time today, man. We really appreciate you. You know, I'm glad we were able to get to do this in Charlotte this time.
Nice.
So, thank you
so
sir.
much.